Ever feel like you're earning a decent salary, say 30,000 rupees a month, but you're just treading water? Well, this isn't just theory. We're going to break down a real-life financial plan that acts as a clear, actionable roadmap for anyone who's starting out and trying to build a future on a tight budget. This sentence right here, from a 26-year-old named Garima, wow, it just hits home, doesn't it? It captures a struggle so many of us face. She's in a new city, she's supporting her family, and she feels completely stuck. You know that feeling? Like you're running as fast as you can just to stay in the exact same place.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Have a look at this budget. That big purple slice, that's 8,000 rupees she sends home to her parents. That's almost a third of her entire income, gone right off the top. Then you add in rent, essentials, and everything else, and what's left over? 3,500 rupees. That is an incredibly thin margin. There's just no room for error.
So how do we fix this? What's the plan? We're going to follow this clear 6-step journey. We'll start with her story, then build a shield of protection. After that, we'll lay out a 1-year safety net, unlock the power of investing, and finally, get to the real secret to building wealth, growing your income.
So first up, Gurmima's story. And look, it's a common one, but the details really matter. On the surface, it seems like she's doing all the right things. But as we're about to see, there's a critical piece missing from her entire financial puzzle.
So here's where it gets really stark. Her bank balance is just 1,000 rupees. But the most critical detail here, the one that honestly changes everything, is that she has absolutely no health or life insurance. None. And that single fact puts her entire financial world at risk of just collapsing like a house of cards.
And that right there brings us to the most important pivot in this whole plan. The immediate problem isn't about how to grow her money faster. No, it's about making sure one single piece of bad luck doesn't wipe everything out. It's about protection first.
So, I want you to look at her finances and really think about it. What is the single biggest risk here? It's not the low salary, it's not even the family responsibilities. It's something much more fundamental, and honestly, it's a risk a lot of us share.
The biggest risk is the unpredictable. It's the stuff you just can't plan for. A single medical emergency for her or for her parents could instantly create a debt that she could spend years and years trying to pay off. That's the danger we have to fix before we even think about long-term investing.
So the first rule of building wealth isn't about making money. It's about protecting what you already have. And that requires a foundation of financial protection. Think of it as a 3-legged stool. You need health insurance for medical crises, life insurance to protect your family, and an emergency fund for everything else. These are absolutely non-negotiable.
Okay, so I can hear you thinking, great, but how in the world do you build this foundation on such a tight budget? And that's where this 1-year plan comes in. It's a brilliant, super manageable strategy to build that entire safety net without earning a single rupee more.
Okay, check this out. Here's the plan in action. The very first step, and this might sound crazy, is to pause all investments. Stop the SIPs. That immediately frees up 3,000 rupees a month. In month 2, that money gets her health insurance. In month 3, life insurance. And for the rest of the year, every single one of those 3,000 rupees goes straight into an emergency fund. And just like that, by the end of 1 year, all 3 pillars of protection are in place.
So, we've spent a year building the fortress. The walls are up. Now what? Well, once that foundation is solid, then it's time to get back on the journey of creating wealth, but this time, you do it with real confidence. The strategy is beautifully simple. She restarts her 3,000 rupee monthly investments. But here's the secret sauce, the real game changer. She commits to a step-up strategy. All that means is she increases that amount by just 10% every year. It might not sound like much, but over decades, that small annual increase is the rocket fuel for your portfolio. It's how you unlock the real magic of compounding.
And what's the payoff for all this discipline? Well, get ready for this. Sticking to this simple plan for 25 years could result in a projected nest egg of 1.8 crore rupees. Let that sink in for a second. That's the incredible potential of starting early, being consistent, and just letting your money work for you, all built on that foundation of safety we just talked about.
Now that number is awesome, right? And it's totally achievable. But what if I told you there was another lever to pull, a way to supercharge the whole process? Well, the real game changer is a fundamental shift in your mindset.
This quote from Ankar Waraku just says it all. Think about it. You can only cut your expenses down so much. Eventually, you hit zero. But when it comes to your income, there is no upper limit. The sky is the limit. This is the shift from playing defense by saving to playing offense by earning.
And this comparison just makes it crystal clear. Focusing only on saving is like collecting drops in a bucket. It's essential, but it's slow and restrictive. But focusing on earning, that's like opening the floodgates. It's empowering, it's expansive, and it's the real key to building significant wealth.
Okay, so theory is great, but how do you actually do it? How do you really start to focus on earning more? Well, it all begins with building a side income, but you have to do it the smart way, in a way that respects your most valuable asset, your time.
First things first, you need to know your number. A quick calculation shows that Garima's job pays her about 136 rupees an hour. This number becomes her new benchmark, her starting line. Any side hustle she considers has to, over time, earn her more than this. Otherwise, she's actually devaluing her own time.
And this brings us to 3 simple but golden rules for any side hustle. Rule 1. Invest your time first, not your money. Test your idea. Prove it works without taking a financial risk. Rule 2. Always aim to beat your job's hourly rate. Your time is finite, so make it count. And Rule 3, the big one. Constantly find ways to increase that hourly rate, either by learning new skills or building leverage so you're not just trading time for money.
So there you have it, the whole roadmap. We've seen the journey from crisis to protection, from protection to investment, and from investment to income growth. It's a powerful template. So the final question isn't really for Garima, it's for you. With your safety net planned, what skill do you have or what skill could you develop that you will use to grow your income?